Alright, this is Szco unboxing number 2. Once again, I am not affiliated with Szco, nor have I been paid to endorse any of these products. However, I am affiliated with Ziggy's West, and these are retail products that we do sell for a profit. So there is a potential conflict of interest you should keep in mind with any reviews we make of these products. Alright.
And I ain't one of those freaking deep pocket dads that just willy-nilly gives his son money. So, meh.
Yeah, tell me about it. My mom, on the other hand.
Mama's always been easy. Not with me, though. Mama likes you best. All right. Long box. Sounds like swords, right? This one may surprise you because it was rather heavy. And we did order a number of these leather-bound journals, one of which you saw in unboxing take 1. I have a nutty feeling this is where the rest of them were, so we're about to find out. And thusly, now you don't have to worry about the jack-in-the-box popping out, but we may have to deal with more packaging paper, and as I stated earlier, I'm not surprised to see a bunch of boxes in here which look like they could contain journals.
Yeah.
Packaging away.
And again, we've got some kind of uneven packaging. It looks like we are going to actually see some blades in this box.
There may be a surprise in here. Let's find out, shall we?
So first, let's take a look at a couple of the journals, see if we can take a look at some different designs here. Now you notice the journals do come in different box sizes, so that does mean that some of the journals are taller than the others, but we still sell them all for the same price.
This is a pair of wascally dwagons.
Alright. Now, I'm not fond of this particular dragon design. Also, I missed the fact that the other journal had Celtic knotwork all around the side. Also, the imprinting artwork actually cut through the design here. I don't know why they did that. I don't like that at all.
Not very well managed.
This dragon design is a more old-fashioned dragon design. In fact, these actually aren't dragons, even though they claim they are. These are wyverns. And so... Yep, so this Wyvern design is a very old-fashioned design, so it matches the theme of having an old-fashioned leather-bound journal. I just don't like it.
Hey, different strokes.
Yeah.
So that's that one.
Alright.
And how we know that we'll be getting a different one is when I find a different SKU number. This being, or ending, I'm going to say, in 565 WL.
So we have, that's another 565 WL.
565 WL. Notice some longer ones here.
Yeah.
Chances are this is going to be different.
Yeah.
565 WL.
How many of the wyverns did you order?
When we ordered them, we went 12 of each because that's where you get your best discount.
Yeah.
The nice thing about doing this is it's uncovering some of the more fun stuff.
Sneak peek of the more fun stuff that he is referring to.
These are all dwagons.
Okay.
Alright, these longer ones, let's find out, shall we? These may be griffins. It may be something else. Oh no, this is not a griffin. This
I'm going to come at it from this angle.
Pain in the butt to get out of the frickin' plastic. But that happens sometimes. It's all about... Okay.
It's all about the knife.
I'm resorting to the... what did the police call it? Door opener or manual door opener, but in this case the manual plastic opener.
Okay.
This is a goddess, or goddess if you prefer.
And again, this is a very, very old design. Now, the design here is a little simple for my taste. So again, this is actually very accurate to that kind of design work. But I really, really like the additional pattern work. And again, this is more iconography than it is any particular pattern work. You know, you'll find things like the moon and this type of vine work and flower work in lots of cultures from Europe at the time.
And if I miss my guess, this is likely the goddess of fertility, very popular among Wiccans.
Yeah.
And of course,
My guess is all of these boxes are probably going to be goddess journals.
at least based on the length and what is left as far as room in the box. Obstinate box here. And of course the SKU number matches, which helps. Although there's a couple of short ones there.
I'll take a look at these. Yeah, these are the same SKU. So
That's the
yeah,
dragon?
yeah, those are wyverns.
Yep. Or wyverns,
Yeah.
if you prefer.
Yeah, this
Line
is
up a third. Nope, that's right. That's right.
all right. So now for something a little bit more fun.
These are nothing more than a tactical ninjito. They're certainly not what would be considered the classical ninjito, which essentially looks like a common Japanese katana that's very straight. And the tsuba is a little different, usually squared off instead of rounded. Although there are many of the Japanese katanas that the tsubas varied from the butterfly style to extremely ornate, almost swept hilt. So you'd be surprised. I actually had the opportunity to attend an auction where, among other things, there were dozens of older Japanese tsubas, and it's the gold onlay, the type of work that was done with many of them was just amazing. Each of these tactical ninjitos comes with, besides obviously the sword and the scabbard, 2 throwing darts. The weight is not bad, but I would not give these a very long critical distance, probably 12 to 15 feet max. You're probably better off in the 10-foot range. So in other words, if you're fighting up close, you pull these out as the surprise, or if you're up against more than one. I do like the blades on these. It's a nice stainless. It is hardened. It's well tempered. This is sharp. This is more for, you know, catching something on your opponent, preferably his sword, and perhaps breaking it, although these are a little bit short for that. What disappoints me about this particular piece is not that it's all one piece of steel. I really appreciate the wide tang. Wide tang, more strength. Especially in this area, since the grip is going to be here, you know, you want good strength in here, as your tip may be hit often enough. So your torquing is going to occur here. The problem is they use a good paracord, but they don't wrap it enough. So this wascally whap is just a little bit light, so it's, you know, it doesn't quite feel right in the hand. The good news, get yourself some more paracord, wrap it around here 2 or 3 more times, you got yourself a lovely grip, and the survival material of good paracord, which can always come in handy in a survival circumstance. Blackened, which I actually prefer because no reflection. If you're going to be a ninja, if you're going to move at night, you want to disappear, and that means the sword can't be seen either.
All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and display from here. All right, so now this is not a new piece. We have carried these before. I agree with a lot of what my father said. First of all, the one thing that I think it needs to be pointed out, if you have not already figured this out, is there is no reason to call this thing a ninja sword. Unless you're literally describing a ninja as anyone who sneaks around with blackened tactical gear, in which case does that mean that a Navy SEAL counts as a ninja, or a Spec Ops agent counts as a ninja? No, it's literally, this is just a cool sword design that they are calling a ninja sword for whatever reason. There is nothing historical about this blade at all as far as ninja uses.
Any marketable reason to sell it.
Yep. Now, unlike my father, I hate these. I absolutely despise these. Now, he mentioned you could theoretically use them for catching, but the simple fact of the matter is that a blade like this, and the kind of technique and style that you want to use with a blade like this is all about the ambush. This is all about getting in, stabbing your opponent, and getting out. You can't do that if you stab in too deep and now you've caught your opponent on your sword. So that doesn't work. But as far as the rest, like the solid steel construction, again, considering you're not going to be parrying or putting this through a lot of paces, the fact that it's a hardened stainless doesn't bother me. Normally, for a sword like this, I would cringe at the idea of it being made of stainless steel. But with how you would use a blade like this, it doesn't matter. Again, not fond of the paracord grip as far as how it feels in the hand, but the fact that it is paracord, it is a material you can use in a survival circumstance, I think is a great thing. And again, of course, blackened so that it is more stealthy, because everyone knows black is stealthy. Alright, would you mind taking the plastic off?
Sure.
Thank you.
That is, I don't mind.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Alright, so these darts, this is a more modern throwing dart design. This is not what you would consider to be a kunai. Balance point is a little above the cross guard, which is a little high. But it is still roughly about halfway through the blade. So I wouldn't consider these to be the best throwers. Again, these feel very decorative. And of course, no one's actually expecting someone to run around and use, a sword like this to stab people, or, throwing knives at people in this day and age. We're not expecting any of our customers to go and become the next American ninja. Although if you want to go and become the next American ninja warrior down at Mount Midoriyama, that's a different story. But, when you advertise something as a functional piece, I like to see a functional piece. I like to see something that I can actually point to a customer, and if I don't want to have to try to explain away. If a customer says, like, well, what's the purpose of this here? I don't want to have to try to come up with an excuse for why that serrated edge, or not even serrated, it's like, these are actually dull points. Mm-hmm. The point here, this is a good sharp point, but this is just literally like, what's the purpose of that? It's not even barbed or anything, so if you were to try to leave the sword and then they couldn't remove the sword, literally you've got just as much of a chance that if you stab someone that the wound would actually stop it here, as opposed to it actually being used to make it so that the blade couldn't be removed. So again, it's just when you're looking at something from the perspective of a claimed functional item, I want to be able to say, yes, this is functional, and as cool as this piece is, in my opinion, again, we're looking at a decorative blade.
Something you would hang on your wall and enjoy.
Yep.
Because it does look neat. To most. Oops. Rabbit. And next in the box it goes.
Now, do we have the other design in here, or are these all that design? It looks like we've got...
These are all that design.
It looks like we've got 4 more here.
You'll notice BK
Okay, these
Go
are
down
the...
here.
Now, if you want something to see something that's not ninja, that is as far as ninja as you could possibly get.
This is simply popular. A lot of people like the rainbow blade. Same steel, same design, just with the rainbow blade. I'm not saying don't buy it, because if you really want an inexpensive wall hanger, because this is $30,
Yeah.
you know, this will really look cool on a wall in the right light.
Or if you're just, showing it off to friends or as a costume piece or something like that.
Now, it is possible that you can heat treat a blade and get, I'm going to knock one of these down one of these days. It is very possible to heat treat a blade and
careful,
get this
the
effect.
tip is extending through the plastic there.
See, there's the problem with the plastic and the, I'm wondering if it'd be better if I, it would be better if I went this way. One more time. It is entirely possible to heat treat a blade and get this effect. It would take you hours and a great deal of patience. This is actually a type of coating which, once heat treated, as in just simply applying the heat, you get this effect right away. So this will wear. Don't kid yourself and say, oh, look at this, I can have all kinds of fun with this and it looks so pretty and blah, 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 etc., etc. Taste the rainbow. No, this will wear if you use it. And as my son and I have already told you, we do not expect that you will go out there and play with a moose, with something like this. So, but you never know. It will look very nice on a wall in the right light.
My main criteria is it zombie apocalypse ready? And in my opinion, these blades are not zombie apocalypse ready.
The good news is they don't run out of bullets.
Yeah.
And that's an argument you can make for any sword. If you want to do this. Because I keep stretching too high and striking the ceiling.
And again, the blade is cool looking, but it's just, this is definitely, I don't see how you could paint something rainbow and call it a ninja sword. Especially when it's not a ninja sword to begin with.
Yeah, this will, if you're trying to be stealthful, this will reflect light.
Yeah. All right, so that is Szco Box 2. So we'll see you in a little bit. We've got one more box to open, and it's a big one. So I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more journals, but hopefully we'll see some other cool items in there as well.